Welcome back to our review of the 2025 Quality Accounting Coffs Coast Rally. It's the final showdown. Time to decide who wins the New South Wales Championship, who takes the Queensland crown, and who conquers the Coffs Coast Rally for outright honours. After a morning full of excitement and drama, Heat 2 was where the rally really found its rhythm. 4 afternoon stages.
5 left, into 5 right, hump on
Nobbies
exit.
2, Cottage 2,
200, keep 5 left, into 5
McRae's
right,
2,
hump on exit.
Yeah, about 50
and Sherwood 2.
Turn very hard left downhill, hard to see.
And 4 more chances for one of our drivers to stamp their authority on this event. Redhead and Winwood-Smith went 4 from 4, untouchable in their Hyundai i20.
Wasn't quite what we expected after the morning we've had, J-Mac. Look, a bit of persistence. We've sorted our little misfire issue. We've been around the car with no anti-lag, just better safe than sorry. It's probably doughier than me on a winter's morning, still trying to pull out of the corner, but look, we're trying to keep the nose clean, just keep the consistent speed going and see how it goes.
Closest to them, Ian Menzies and Robert McGowan in the Yaris AP4, keeping it clean, consistent and right on the pace needed to lock down the Queensland Championship.
We're pretty pleased with that. So we'll go back out again now and see where we land overall for the event. I think we're running in second at the moment because Brad Hardaker's had a flat tyre in a stage, but I dare say it's only a few seconds between us. He'll claw that back and see what happens.
Brad Hardaker and Pete Hellwig were the revelation. Second fastest on McRae's 2 and only a handful of seconds off Redhead. For just their first rally together and Hardaker's second rally ever, they were punching well above their weight. Even a flat tyre couldn't stop them from finishing the heat inside the top 5.
100.
Behind them, Nathan Quinn and David Green began their fight back after that
400.
costly puncture.
300 straight on.
Third fastest on
200.
Cottage 2, then equal third on Sherwood 2. Not bad for a 50-year-old Mazda RX-2 chasing turbo 4 drives through the Coffs forests.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. We just want to look after the car a little bit, and there was nothing to gain, but we've seemed to climb up a little bit. It's just a shame. I think we've only lost a minute off the lead if it wasn't for the flat tyre. We just got a problem with all the bolts and the diff coming loose. It's probably because the 967 humps that the Coffs Harbour forest seem to have for some reason, and I'd say it's just that 1970 model housing flexing, and then the bolts are just coming loose all the time. So we've seen it happen before, but yeah, just the amount of compressions we got, it seems to be knocking around a bit more than normal.
Tom Clarke and Ryan Preston clawed back from a Heat 1 penalty, showing podium-level pace again.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been a bad day. The three's really pulled through quite well. We've had some heating issues with it, so it's getting a bit hot. I think probably most people might be having the same issue, but we're just trying to get it to cool down. It keeps going to a sort of a limp note every time it gets over temp. So we're managing it though, and the tyres seem to be holding out well because I don't think we're spending enough time on the ground at the moment. There's that many humps out there, so more time airborne.
Mal Keough and Pip Bennett drove smart. No risks and no drama. Their tidy Audi Quattro sitting 4th by the day's end. Cameron Henry's run ended after a puncture and gearbox issues that left him with only 3rd gear. Their day was done after stage 8.
We lost a tyre with 4 kilometres to go and we just pushed it to the end and changed it. We've had overheating issues, which has caused oil pressure issues and putting it in a limp mode. And the gearbox now just wants to stay in 3rd gear pretty much. And embarrassingly enough, I stalled it at the spectator point because I couldn't get in a low enough gear. And all my family sent me lots of photos, so thank you.
Ruts on exit. 200 gear up.
As Heat 2 came to a close and the Queensland Championship picture was clear, for Eric Johnson and Megan Byrne, the fairy tale run was over.
Just here, 3 right minus, cross on outside, 200, hump.
We're broken at diff.
70.
Stomach's broken.
Their day ended early with a broken drive shaft, sidelining them for the rest of the heat. They'd rejoin for the night stage, but their hopes of taking the Queensland Championship were gone. Meanwhile, in the New South Wales fight, Tony Sullens and Kaylie Newell were looking favourites to claim the Shamrock Haulage New South Wales Rally Championship, despite a few mechanical dramas that slowed their Citroen through the afternoon.
I've just found out about halfway through the last loop of stages that there's a little blue light in the dashboard that flashes. It's been on since Queensland due to the overheating watery thing. That means it's in limp mode, so it's only got like 2/3 power. So I've been struggling all day with no power, and then we blew a boost hose on the last loop of stages, so we've done the last 3 stages with basically no horsepower at all. So like first and second gear just getting through.
Oh yeah, 300 straight on Follow Main Road.
And what about Jody and Brodie Mill? Well, they were doing everything they could to keep their title hopes alive, pushing through their own set of problems in the Lancer Evo and refusing to give up without a fight.
This morning we did a callback in the stage 4, so we just had 2 cylinders. Luckily it was toward the end of the stage and crept it back. And last stage just then we busted a brake on the rear, so we had no brakes, so it was a pretty hairy ride for the last 4Ks trying to get to the end. But yeah, look, it's a battle of attrition. It's rough out there, and it's very hot. So yeah, we're just trying to get it to the end.
Further down the order, there were plenty of standout drives. Dean Ridge and Murian Hayes in the Ford Fiesta were flying under the radar. 6th for the heat and sitting 8th outright overall after finishing 3 of the 4 afternoon stages inside the top 6. Christian Sprenger and Jared Vanderhoor in the ex-Maxima Motorsport Subaru WRX was another revelation. Like Brad Hardaker, Sprenger comes from a motorbike background, motocross, enduro, even desert racing, and it's clearly translating to 4 wheels. Seated 36th, he'd climbed all the way to 9th outright. And James O'Malley and John O'Forrest, they were seated 32nd in their rear-wheel drive Toyota 86, and they were quietly moving up the leaderboard too, sitting just outside the top 10 in 11th outright with only the night stages left to run. But the rally wasn't over just yet. 2 more stages were scheduled. Kennard's Day, SS9, and Kennard's Night, SS10, though Stage 9 never got off the line. That left one final test, a 30-kilometre blast under lights to decide everything.
It's a bloody challenge in there, J-Mac, that's for sure. It's completely different characteristic to what we've seen this morning. She's fast and not much grit there to start with, but yeah, we'll see how the boys go.
For you, the whole idea of this weekend was to try and steal the championship. Do you think there's a possibility that could happen?
I'd have to take my shoes off, mate. I can't count either my fingers, so we'll find out.
Conditions were brutal, and the heat was still an issue. Visibility was sometimes guesswork, and 30 kilometres of everything from tight twisties to wide open flat-out straights.
It's still super hot out there, surprisingly. I thought it might have cooled off a bit, but the dust was so bad, couldn't really see anything. So tiptoed through there and then just took it on when we could. But yeah, it was just get to the end of that one, really.
For most, it was survival. For others, a chance to make a statement.
I tell you what the sport needs is more rotaries and more of that at night.
So you really enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, we're pretty gassed. It was hard on the car, really hard on the car this weekend, but we bruised and battered it and it's strong as an ox.
And what a statement it was. Quinn and Green 3rd fastest, only 15 seconds off Redhead's benchmark. Brad Hardaker and Pete Hellwig were the surprise of the night, 2nd fastest on stage, just 3.2 seconds behind the rally leader.
I've done it, I can retire. That's all I wanted to do.
For a team on only their first event together, that's the stuff of legends. For Ian Menzies and Robert McGowan, the pressure was off. With the Queensland Rally Championship already in the bag, it was mission accomplished. They could finally just enjoy the drive.
Well, it's a blast doing night rallying.
Oh yeah, it's the best stage of the whole event.
Yeah.
Like, let's just do it again.
Well, that was the plan.
Yeah, I know. No, at night. Two of them at night. Yeah.
Sensational. Yeah, really enjoyed that. I like night rallying. It's would be much better at nights, but dust is good. Yeah, good stage.
Keough and Bennett's measured drive paid off. 4th outright and their best finish of the year.
Yeah, it's fixed. The car's 100%. I wish it was first stage this morning instead of last stage tonight. I drove as fast as I could through there, but man, that's scary in the night time, I tell you. It's slippery. That's the slipperiest stage we've done, and I've got the most amount of horsepower I've ever had, so it was a whole new learning experience.
Tony Sullens and Kaylie Newell kept it neat to lock in the New South Wales Championship title.
And 500.
Further down the order, plenty of stories worth telling. Dean Ridge nursed his Fiesta home after steering damage and a split radiator.
300.
Oh, I'm huffing, man. I'm done. No, it was awesome. That was the best stage of the rally. It's a shame we never got to do it the previous time, but it's actually nice and flowing and fast, and yeah, could get right into it, so it's great. And we finished. Whee!
Jody Mill pushed through dust and fatigue. His New South Wales points haul solid, but trimmed by the drop round rule.
Yeah, it was hard work. It was really hard work. Yeah, scored 2 cars in there. One limping along, I can say, with the problem. So there's a lot of dust. So yeah, it was really hard work in there.
And James O'Malley, 9th on the stage in his Toyota 86.
That was a challenge because we didn't have that run earlier in the daylight. It's just completely blind. So had a few moments. Car wasn't as healthy as it probably has been all day. It stalled a couple of times in some of that tight stuff, but it was mostly my fault, so that's fine.
When the results came through, there was no doubt. Josh Redhead and Ray Winwood-Smith had gone unbeaten across every stage in Heat 2 and in Heat 3. They were composed, clean and fast all day. They take outright victory at the 2025 Quality Accounting Coffs Coast Rally. Brad Hardaker and Pete Hellwig's incredible second outright cements them as ones to watch in 2026. Menzies and McGowan claim the Queensland crown. Tony Sullens and Kaylie Newell take the New South Wales title. And how about Quinn, 5th place? Without his earlier puncture, he could have easily upset the podium positions. And Redhead managed to score 2nd in the championship, and this caps off an up and down season with what is probably the biggest win of his career.
Props to Tony, I'd say he's put up a good fight, so we're a couple of heats behind. It was a bit of a long shot, but we tried, so we'll see what happens.
What happened was he'd take home a trophy. Sullens and Menzies a title, and for us, a reminder of why we love rallying so much. From the bright heat of Saturday afternoon to the pitch black of the final stage, the 2025 Coffs Coast Rally delivered everything. Speed, heartbreak and redemption. It's the rally that wrapped up 2 championships and closed the season in style.